Hey there, guys. Anybody hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Maybe I have a delay. It looks like there's 11 people in here. Loud and clear. Keaton Lightfoot. Keaton Lightfoot, how are you today? I don't remember that name. Are you a new subscriber? No, we went from 11 to 5. So people are leaving the room rapidly. Back to 6. Okay. Thanks there, Bradley. Hey, Ramon, how are you? Yeah, it is late, Bradley. I just had I filmed something today, and I just wanted to kind of check in. I had a little bit of time, and I need to get to doing some editing. Um, I want to get a video out tomorrow, so I've got a lot of editing to do. But I just wanted to check in and see how's it going with everybody. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you're out there. Good, very good. Thank you. So I haven't done a live in a while, guys. So I just wanted to, like I said, I just wanted to check in. This is late. I hope to um, do another one a little bit earlier next time, and maybe actually announce it. But I just had some free time and didn't really wasn't really ready to get into the editing process. When I get into that process, it's like, okay, gotta gotta get to it. And I think this next video is going to take about 6 or 7 hours probably to edit. Um, so it's gonna be a challenge. But I have a break video coming out this week too, a break 50 with Jeff, John, and I was hoping to get Tom out there, but Tom couldn't play. So I got Jeff, John, and some of you guys may know John some from a couple videos, but Jeff's been in a lot more. And then Paul was in it. So we did a break 50 from the forward tees. And that video is going to probably take, oh, that'll be a 10-hour edit. So I'm not ready to do that, but I hope to do that one and get that one out later next week. Next week. Thank you, Keaton. I appreciate that. You said a young amateur golfer. So how old are you? Yeah, yeah, Bradley, you're right. You're right. I just had a little bit of time, so I'm like, let me just jump on real quick and see who's see who's awake. But I do plan on actually planning one out and letting everybody know ahead of time. I mean, it's probably been outside of the little short live I did during that long drive contest. It's probably been 3 or 4 months since I did a live. Thank you. Reservation Cultivation. There's another new name. I don't remember seeing you around. Are you a new subscriber? Yeah, Jerry, it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun, exciting video. I have that video coming out, and I actually filmed. Tom and I played in another a two person event, two person best ball, and at a course where the last time we played it, we won that two person, and I think it was a scramble that time, but this time it was a a best ball. So I filmed a lot of that content. I had someone film that for me. So that'll come out within the week or so also. So I'll probably do like a voiceover because we weren't talking too much. We were trying to concentrate and trying to win the tournament. 24, only played a couple years. I went to low hunters to shooting a 79 late into the summer. That is awesome. That is awesome. 24, you're definitely on the younger side of my subscriber base. There's not a lot of young people watching and the channel, and I think there's probably some things that young people can get out of the channel. Like I think that is what you're saying. You learned a few things. Affiliate of TWS. TWS. Not sure what that is. Affiliate of TW gifted from an affiliate of TWS. Well, on the channel, I do have a like a PO box you can send stuff to. I recently had a viewer actually send a couple clubs that I just finished filming that video this evening. But it's PO Box 62, New Lenox, Illinois, 60451. Ah, okay, okay. Ah, okay. Tiger Woods Foundation. Very good. I'll definitely review them. I'll definitely review them. I've got the some people wanted that Wilson Tour review. I've got that that'll be coming up. And I was actually surprised how few people wanted to see. I think there was a Lazarus and there was another golf ball in that poll, but a lot of people want to see those Wilson golf balls reviewed. Paul, very good question. Um, here's a I'm running into a little dilemma because I've been reviewing so many clubs. I've been getting a lot of clubs from next round where I'm thinking about making some changes to the bag. So uh, that's where my dilemma comes because I actually hit some irons today and I'm thinking about them. I'm almost thinking about just doing a what's in the bag of what's currently in the bag right now. And then if I decide to make a couple changes, I can always do another one after that. I may film that video tomorrow. That's a pretty easy one to do. Chipping, especially good drills. Well, Keaton, that is always a hey there, Doug C. That's always a interesting debate. Um, Longer is better if you can keep it in play, hit it relatively straight. Um, what I found is most people that hit it a long way, unless they're playing a course that's wide open, they kind of struggle to keep it in play. So yes, hit it further if you can still keep it in play and keep it out of trouble. Uh, as an example, I think I played two tournaments. I say two tournaments in a row I played. You guys heard about, I think, both of those tournaments. I played one at Thunderhawk, and then I played the next one at I forgot the name of the second course I played. But anyway, in those two tournaments, I hit 27 out of 28 fairways. So that's kind of off the charts, unheard of. Highland Woods was the second one. And Highland Woods, the only fairway I missed was I had to play away from some water that was on the right, and that's the only fairway I missed. So I only missed one fairway in two tournament rounds of golf. So if you can do that and hit it, you don't obviously don't have to hit that many fairways, but hitting it that straight makes it a little more difficult to shoot a bad round. Okay. All right, Ramon, thank you. Aiming the wrong way. Okay. I'll write that one down, Doug. Keyboard Oracle. I'm happy hitting it 260 to 270. I would be happy to hit it 260, 270 also. I've never hit it 260, 270. The canvas, $30 a dozen. That is very interesting. You can put your own Bradley Rounds logo on there. I like it. So Jerry, it's funny you say that. Sometimes I confuse, I hate to admit it, but I confuse you with Alan sometimes. And Alan calls himself Mr. Medium Hitter because I think he hits it 260 or something like that. And he's a real good golfer and he talks about challenging me. So sometimes I think of Alan when I think of Jerry. But anyway, Jerry, uh, there you go, Bradley. There you go. Um, I used to play that ball also, the Q Star Tour. So, Jerry, I've thought about doing some videos like that, just videos on some recommendations for slower swing speed players, so on and so forth. So, um, yes, it is, Ramon. Yes, it is. That is P.O. Box 62, New Lenox, Illinois 60451. Okay, very good. Keyboard Oracle, that's great. 60% of fairways is great. Hitting it 240, 250, 260, 270. All of those are good things to do. So that's good. I've never been uh okay. So yeah, it's okay, so you got the PO Box 62. The town is New Lenox, Newlenox, Illinois 60451. Yeah, keyboard oracle, that's tough. You hit 60% of fairways and you hit it 270 yards and your handicap is crap. That's I don't know. What are you doing wrong? I don't know. It depends on what do you call a crap handicap too. So you hit it 260 to 270. You hit 60% of the fairways, and you're a 19 handicap. Doug C says, "Baby zero." Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Bradley. Okay. Yes, Alan. No, it's not live, Alan. Alan, I was just talking about you. I was telling Jerry Smiley, I said sometimes I confuse Jerry with Alan because Jerry was talking about being a having a 70-mile-per-hour swing, and I said, Alan, I got to remember Alan is Mr. Medium hitter, so Adam hits it or Alan hits it like keyboard oracle distance. I think here, who says he hits it 260 to 270. But Alan, you're like a two handicap. A blow up hole, keyboard oracle. Well, I have a few videos on how to avoid a blow up hole. I've got like 3 or 4 of those videos, so hopefully you've seen them. If you haven't, look them up, and at least something in one of those videos will help you avoid some blow up holes. Nine, okay, Alan. So I think so, Alan. Where are you from, Alan? Where you live now? So, Alan, you're not who I was thinking. It's a golfer in Texas. I don't think you're in Texas. Somebody in Texas that keeps challenging me. Yeah, you're in Massachusetts. Yeah. Okay. So someone in Texas keeps challenging me. It's not. I was thinking of you, but it's not. You're Mr. Medium hitter, though, right? Wow. All right. Well, Alan, I'm gonna tell you, when you were challenging me, I didn't know you were nine. Like I'm up for that challenge. I may have to give you a match against Paul first. You may have to beat Paul first. Although in the break 50, you guys are going to see the break 50 within the next week or so. Paul, those of you, I let me know in the let me know here in the chat, not the comments. Let me know in the chat if you guys know Paul from the videos. Okay. If you know Paul from the videos. But if you know Paul from the videos, in the break 50, Paul was the lead off hitter on all day, and he shocked me how well he played. For 9 holes. Yeah, so Paul was playing really well, and Paul got his handicap back down to 9.9, and he texted me that he got down to a 9.9. And if you've been watching the videos, there you go. If you've been watching the videos, Paul, you've seen one where I did a 70th birthday celebration for Paul. And so for Paul to be 70 years old and like that's really good because that's he plays quite a few tournaments, so that's a tournament handicap. It's not just him, playing around at his home course all the time. Okay, keyboard oracle. Yeah, you definitely need to watch those videos then because from what you're saying, if your short game is okay, your putting is good, you're driving at 270, you're hitting 60% of the fairways. Like your second shot is that's your only bad shot, that should not make you a 19 handicap. So, like you said earlier, I think you said, let's see, a slice into a top. Well, that was a drive that hole the driver cost you. But then you top my drop into the same, yeah, then hit it out of bounds. Yeah. So there's a lot there's a lot that went wrong on that hole. And I wasn't there, so it's hard to say, but I'm pretty sure some other people in the chat might say, like, if you sliced it and then you top the next one into the same dam. I've seen players in tournaments to where I go to a tournament and I watch somebody take a drop, and then they take a drop and they drop it into the rough, and then they pull out a 3 wood or a 4 wood or five, like, so that was would be my first question to you. When you took the drop and then you topped it, what did you hit from that drop area? Because if you had any type of lie that wasn't good and you have to go over this dam, like, could you have just hit an 8 iron over it into the fairway and then wedge it on the green and make a bogey, double bogey, whatever, instead of making a whatever you made there? I do that quite often. If I drop and I got a bad lie, I'm not going to try to hit a fairway wood out of it for sure. And if I hit a hybrid out of it, then it's probably going to be like a 6 hybrid. Alan's going to challenge me at Thunderhawk. All right, got up. See keyboard. That's where you went. Well, still, I get it. I get what you're saying. Yep. Should have hit a 5 hybrid. You're probably right. Probably right. Got to look at what the risk versus reward. Like, were you trying to knock it on the green with that 3 wood? Even if you were, the hybrid probably could have got you right in front of the green. So I think you identified the issue there. I want to get back at out to Thunderhawk, Alan. I really like that course, and I may just take that challenge. Does anyone want to see me take on Alan at Thunderhawk? Keaton says mid short irons need some refinement. That's true. That's true, Alan. I know guys that way too that can hit it a long way and they just struggle. I played with a guy, guys, the 2 man that Tom and I played with. Uh, we were paired against, we were paired with 2 other guys that one, John, that you'll see in the Break 50 video. I've been playing with John for a long time. We had a lot of really good battles. I met him like way back 20 years ago in a tournament, and the Arlington Amateur. And I was nervous because I knew him by name. Like, he qualified for all these big USGA events or a few USGA events, and I actually won that tournament. And we kind of became friends. And I won it 3 times. He won it 5 times, and um, set the tournament record that year. But anyway, I played with John and another guy who I wanted to get in the Break 50, who's also a really good player. He's 66 years old, I think, and he was the entire day out driving me by 50 yards, sometimes 60 yards. It was crazy how far he was hitting it past me at 66 years old. And so I'm playing with Tom, who you got. Tom is, I don't know, 63, something like that. John's older than me, and everybody in the group is hitting it like 20, 30, 50 yards past me. Um, but it's what you just have to deal with it, right? A lot of you guys that are watching the channel are kind of the same. Like, guys are out driving you, and you just have to figure out a way to uh to play. There you go, Bradley. There you go. You can do it. You know what I use? Like, there's simple ways to do it. Like, obviously the Pinpoint app that I use and I talk about in some of my videos, those help. If you have an app, you can chart your round. But the easiest thing I used to do is I would go over my rounds and look at where I made bogeys or double bogeys and just look at why. Was it because of the drive? Was it because of the iron? Was it because I hit a poor chip shot? Was it because I three putted from 30 feet? Why did I make bogey? And once you do that, that's probably what you're saying, Bradley. You're going to know your inconsistencies and know where you need to save those strokes. Yep, there you go. Keyboard Oracle, that's called just taking your punishment and going on to the next shot. Alan said, on me next year. Fortunately, three putt 2 to 4 times around. So Keaton Lightfoot, you got to look at this. I want you to think about this. When you say you three putt 2 to 4 times around, think about, like Bradley said, charting your rounds. So think about where you're three putting from, because a lot of times if someone will look and say, "Oh, I have four three putts," well, if you have four three putts, but you're putting from 65 feet, like it's easy to three putt. Now, my distance, like 40 footers, you want to be two putting, but you're going to have some three putts. But my distance is like 30 feet. Inside, if you're inside 30, 32 feet, like those three putts are bad. Okay. So when I look at a round, I'm like, okay, inside 30 feet, I hit one three putt. Most of the time, no three putts, but one three putt. If you got two three putts inside 30 feet, that's probably a problem. If you're 40 to 40 feet, that's kind of hit or miss. But outside of that, you're just trying your best. If you got a 60 footer and you two putt, like that's pretty good. Rockford Public Courses. Yes, Joshua, I have, but I haven't played a Rockford course since college. When I played at college, we used to play gosh, what's the one of the Aldine. We played Aldine. We'd have like our some tournament there. We would play at Aldine. I can't remember what it was. Um, when I was a kid, there's some tournaments I used to play in Rockford, at Ingersoll, I think it's called, and a couple other courses. So I have played in Rockford, but Aldine's the only one, like since I was a kid. I played Aldine in college, and then I think I did play Aldine once in a tournament about 5 years ago. But they're awesome courses, and I need to get back there because they are really incredible. I have not done super speed swing training, and it's probably something I need to do, but I just haven't done it. I'm gonna write that down because this time of year is when I always think about starting that kind of stuff. I think I was hitting balls. I was doing some like the ball testing in the last video, the Wilson Triad. I was hitting the driver like a little bit further in that when I was testing out those balls. I think I was even swinging a little bit quicker. Think I got it up to, I think I was right at about 90 miles an hour, which when I did super speed training a couple years ago, I got up to 94. And then the summer, like this past summer, it seemed like my swing speed was slowing down to where I was going back in the upper 80s. But 90 isn't bad. And maybe I'll set a goal, try to get up to 95 in the winter. Really struggle string 18 holes together. I can score 40, 44 on the front nine, get a 48 to 52 on the back nine. It's tough. You got to think about your stamina. You got to think about everything. You got to think about, are you losing concentration, losing focus? Are you eating hot dogs at the turn instead of something a little bit better for you? Like all of those things kind of come into play. 8 iron twice. Hallen, you scared me for a minute there. I'm like, who am I playing this match against? Holy cow. Test played the 11 golf hybrid iron set. No, 11 at one point I reached out to 11 and they someone said it in a live and I reached out to them and they just wouldn't send me a set. So maybe I'll reach out to them again. That's why I like doing these lives. You guys do give me some ideas for content. Hey EJ, how you doing? Lag drills on the channel. Yes, Keaton, I have some lag drills on the channel. I've got a playlist of putting, and the lag drills will be in there. And I think some good ones. I think some good ones. That's right, Bradley. That's the easiest way to do it. The easiest way to do it. Happy hit at 240 50 was only getting 30% of fairways, and I did a tweak to get straighter, and it also gave me the extra distance. It's only been a week that I got the extra distance. Drop a few shots. Well, it's going to drop a few shots if you can hit it and play. Only getting 30% of fairways. I did a tweak to get it straighter. Yeah, you said you were two. Yeah, you said you were 260 to 270, 60% of fairways. So, I mean, you're not going to complain about that. That's not, but you mentioned that driving earlier, and obviously we know that driving's not your problem. So, gotta focus and figure out where the problems lie. And you're still talking about the driver, keyboard oracle. You got to focus on the stuff that's causing you the strokes. I'm 80 years old and really like to see those big hitters along driving to the woods while I hit my 180 yards down the middle. Yeah, that is fun, Jerry. That is fun. I think the tournament I played at Thunderhawk, Allen, Thunderhawk. Um, like I mentioned, I hit every fairway that day, and at some point the guy said, "You need to change your name to Mr. Straight Hitter." Oh man. But I couldn't do that, guys. I couldn't do that. I know I don't want to go into the name thing, but Mr. Short Hitter is slightly self-deprecating, right? It's a joke. I'm making a joke of myself before other people on the internet can joke about it. But if I call myself Mr. Straight Hitter, every time I miss a fairway, somebody would be, that's not straight. You got to make fun of yourself before other people can make fun of you. That's my whole thing. I don't want anybody making fun of me, so I'll beat them to the punch. It's like Eminem in 8 Mile. Say everything you're going to say against me before you say it. Alan says Thunderhawk or Mac Mac McCray. Hey, I think I read something about that course recently. I played like a CDJ qualifier or Illinois Mid Am qualifier or something there, like probably 15 years ago. And the only thing I remember, I believe that course had lightning fast greens, but I can't remember the course. So Thunderhawk is one of my favorites. You got it, Keaton. You got it. All right, Alan. I don't know what you're talking about now. PXG. Wait a minute. PXG line. If you're 50 away from hole on the green, would you ever think about chipping? I wouldn't personally. The green would have to be extremely slow for me to think about chipping from 50 feet. I'm still thinking I'm going to get my putter closer. Um, even from the fringe from 50 feet or 60 feet, most likely I'm going to be putting it. Oh, you okay? Keyboard Oracle. I got it. And from 30 to 50 out. Okay. No, Alan, I can't change the name. Um, I can't change my name. Maybe one time I'll invite my attorney on there that we spent probably more time than you guys can imagine trying to make sure that I could get my name, not keep my name, get my name. So that's probably why I get um, a little bit uh, perturbed at times when somebody says something about my name because my name because trademarks aren't cheap, right? So I want to keep my name. I'm not changing the name. And Allen is the president of the Mr. Short Hitter Army, and he says I can't change it either. How long have you played golf for? I played golf since I was 12 years old, so I've been playing golf for 40 years. When did you start to notice consistency in your game scores? I noticed consistency after 2 years. I started golfing when I was 12. After my freshman year of high school, I played golf for about 12 hours a day in the summer. I used to ride my bike to the golf course with my golf clubs and play from 8 in the morning till 8 at night. And after that summer is when I noticed consistency at the course that I played. I went from shooting about 60 to 65 for 9 holes to shooting about uh, well, I say 9 holes because high school matches 9 holes. So 60 to 65 for 9 holes to shooting um, about 40 for 9 holes. And went from being so that was my sophomore year, before my sophomore year of high school. So I went from being the worst player on the JV to being the MVP of the varsity my sophomore year. Um, let's see, when you start to notice consistent your scores, shoot low 80s one day and 90s another. Do you or anyone in the chat experience this? Low 80s one day and 90s another. That's called golf, though. That's called golf. Golf is a challenging game, and I don't know if anyone ever gets like truly consistent. Um, you know, I feel like my game is probably more consistent than a lot of people, but that's probably because of the way I manage my game around the course. Like I'm always ultra conservative. If you see me hit a shot close to the hole, there's a good chance that I was playing away from the flag and I pulled it or I pushed it. So I just play super conservative to where I don't get in a lot of trouble. So the easiest way, in my opinion, to get some consistency in your scores is to not make big numbers. So if you're playing conservative, playing away from trouble, avoiding deep pot bunkers or avoiding the weeds and the trees and are able to keep the ball in play, keep it around the green, there's kind of a limit to how badly you can play, I believe. Um, so so I guess that would be my first thing. When you say you're shooting 80s and then you're shooting the 90s, look at when you're shooting the 90s, what are you doing? Are you making double bogeys? Are you hitting it in the wrong places? Um, because if you're hitting in the wrong places, you just may be playing too aggressive. The hardest thing for golfers to do is to see a shot and like know they can make that shot but not try that shot. So if you can look at an opening in the trees and say, "Oh, I can hit that shot," but you look at it and instead of that, you chip it out sideways. Well, now you've limited the damage, and now you're going to make most likely, a bogey or better. Versus if you push that shot, you try to hit the tree through the trees, you push the shot, you hit the tree, comes back at you. Now you could end up being in a worse position than you were. So um, I don't know. Anyone else in the chat have any ideas on that? Feel free to chime in. But I think I see all the best players do it though. Everyone does it. I played in a CDGA or state qualifier with a guy that travels like he goes to Europe, like he goes all over the world. He plays in golf terms. He's always been one of the top amateurs around in the Chicagoland area. But he travels overseas and plays in the British, all this stuff, right? And I play with him, and he shot like 2 under on the front nine and 9 over on the back nine. you know, um, and he's been one of the top amateurs forever. So like it happens to everyone. Happens to everyone. I played a tournament this probably a few weeks ago. I think I played a tournament and I shot 36. I think I shot 36 on the front nine and 42 on the back nine. It just happens. It just happens. Okay, Alan, you said Barrington. It's in Barrington. You're talking about McRae Memorial, I think. Thinking of trying PXG. No, Alan. No, PXG. Well, PXG did email me at one point in time about some PXG challenge or something they were doing, but it was like right after I got my new irons, and I didn't try them, so I haven't had a chance to ever. I've never tried PXG equipment before. Alexis, that is the Cleveland Highwood, and I would say it's I would say it's my second favorite club. Okay, it used to be my favorite club. I'll say it's my second favorite club after my driver. My driver has surpassed it. Keaton, he said every golfer statistically has 15 shots to their best round and worse, no matter the skill level. I could buy that. I could buy that. All right, Keaton, I appreciate you. You have a good one and keep watching. I hope you're learning something and we'll be doing some more chats. So keep it up. All right, Alan. Mr. Short Your hoodie. I love it. I love it. I appreciate that. Thank you, Keaton. Alan says he's consistent. So kick that call. Oh. Hey, Keaton, you keep watching, man. Make sure to when you watch a video, make sure to comment on it so that I know you're out there. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it, man. You guys, all right, Keaton. Alan's got some, or Ron's got some. Ron is in the house. Hey, Ron. So, guys, I need to do more of these lives. I hope you're hearing me loud and clear. And I just do it with my my laptop. Maybe one day I'll get fancy and use one of those other streaming services, but right now I just stream directly from my laptop. And this laptop is I had to get this laptop from I think in July because my other one just died. So looking back on it, it almost seems like this one, the live stream is a little better, but I'll look back and check that out later. Jody. Oh, very well. You're similar. 100%. I got everybody here now. Look at this. I got Jody, Alexis, Alan, Ron. I appreciate you guys. You guys have been around for a while. Bradley's still here. Alan. You guys have been around for a while, and I appreciate that. Sometimes I need to do more of these lives because, um, this channel, it goes up and down, right? So sometimes I need to talk to you guys to get me like in a better frame of mind because you do a video that you think is a good video and you get decent comments, and then you get like people that unsubscribe, and it's like, what about this video made you unsubscribe? Um, I think the Wilson Triad was one of those. I thought it was a decent video, but um, so we're going through a little rough patch. September was a rough patch. I put out a lot of content, and you know, thank you, Messy Triathlete. The Messy Triathlete. Now listen, the Messy Triathlete. I have to say this. At some point, I have to start making. I won't say make videos about it, but I've got to talk about the elephant in the room, which is I'm starting to look like an elephant. So I got to get I got to get fit again, and the Messy Triathlete, seeing that name made me think of that. I got to get fit. If you look through the years, man, this channel has not done my waistline any good. So we're gonna turn it around though, guys. We're gonna turn it around. Golf Expo, but couldn't find you. Keep up the great videos. Oh man, which one were you at, Fernando? Were you at Chicago or Tinley? I'm guessing Chicago. Keyboard Oracle. Didn't know you did live streams. Keyboard, I don't really like. I do, but I've only done in a couple years. I've probably only done maybe seven of them, six, seven, eight, somewhere in there. I don't do them often as I like to do them. Uh, And at one point, I used to try to plan them, and it was so difficult because I make so many videos and I spend so much time at night editing. And I just wanted to take a break from editing tonight. So um, I'd like to do more lives. And because I feel, and going back to what I was saying earlier, I feel better after doing a live with you guys because the people that are like on this live stream, you guys are the people that like really watch the channel, really enjoy the content, and appreciate what I do. You guys aren't the ones that are like unsubscribing from my channel. Um, and I don't want to like be all dramatic because it's not like I'm getting more unsubscribes than subscribes. The channel's still growing slowly. I'd like it to grow just a little bit quicker, but hey, it is what it is. Not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. it's, but we know it's the clubs. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So, so Alan, man, I'm telling you, I feel like there's some interesting videos coming up, and someone said about the what's in the bag, and I want to do that what's in the bag. I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do a what's in the bag of what I'm currently playing, but I've been getting a lot of clubs from Next Round Golf, trying different stuff, and I'm thinking of making some changes. So I'm gonna do my what's in the bag now, like several months late. And then when I finally decide, hey, this is what I'm playing right now, I'll just do another one. But I got a feeling there's going to be some changes in the bag. There's the two things that won't change for certain are going to be that driver and that high wood. Those are both staying for sure. Yeah, Ron, that hard pan chipping video. Let me tell you something about that video. So when you see the video on, I talked earlier about how Tom and I played a two-man event, two-man best ball, and you're going to see me after hitting a horrible shot on the last hole. You'll see me in a position right by a cart path, and I actually the same day I released that video was the same day I had that shot. Okay, same day we played. And it literally went through my head, that video, as I lined up that shot, and I hit it, and I hit it as good as I could possibly hit it. Ran past the hole a little bit, but I was hitting onto a downslope. But all that to say is, Ryan, I think it works. So I had a shot where I had a little bit of give, like the mud, a little bit of give. So I just made sure hit behind it a little bit, used the bounce, pops up, goes on the edge of the green, and rolls down a little past the cup. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Keyboard Oracle. Alexis, you're making me feel bad now. Making me feel bad. But no, that goes to what I was talking about. I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work to do, and I need to put, it would be good to put my health as a priority. Um, and it always seems like this endless cycle where in the wintertime I start to where I get a little more time and I start working out, doing speed training, all these things. And it would be very beneficial if I just did all those things all year long. But I'm taking notes. Thank you, Aaron J. I appreciate you. I really do. Keep watching. Fernando V. Yep, Chicago. Do you ever golf over the border in Wisconsin? Lots of great golf up here near the Kenosha area. Where do they have those three courses? Geneva, the Geneva National played there. The three courses: Trevino, Player, Palmer. I played those. I used to play. Um, I think it's the Bull or the Brute, something like that. So I've played. Um, I played a tournament near Racine recently, not recently, a few months ago. So yeah, I play some in Wisconsin, and I plan on playing some more in Wisconsin. I met someone at a course at the Chicago show and talked to him about coming to play his course. So I need to now. October is a little bit of a better time for me, so I may get to do a little bit of traveling up to Wisconsin to play. I wish I could remember all those courses that I played though. I probably played at least a dozen courses in Wisconsin. Very good ball, Jerry. Very good ball. Wilson Triad. At the swing speed you have now, I get the swing speed you're talking about. Like the new version is a little bit softer, and that might feel even better for you. Maltby irons or wedges? Nope, Joshua. I have not tested any Maltby irons or wedges. I used to play Maltby irons like way back. Now we're going back 20 years. But no, it's very challenging to get any Maltby equipment because they're not going to send me any, so you just have to buy it, and um, I can only buy so much equipment. Like, what am I going to do with all these sets of irons? Five hybrid is your favorite? That's like kind of my favorite layup club, to be honest. Like if I'm playing a par five and I'm laying up, unless it's very wide, a lot of times I will hit a five hybrid. Oh, abandon the Strixons, huh? Okay, I got no comment for that, except there are some Strixon videos coming. You saw the Strixon hybrid video. There's Strixon iron videos coming. There's Strixon driver, fairway woods. Um, there's a lot of Strixon videos coming. Have you tried the lab putter? I tried the putter. If you look at the Thanksgiving special from last year. I when I went to PJ Superstore, I tried a few lab putters there, and I got fitted for went through the process to kind of get fitted for a lab putter. So that was Thanksgiving last year. Hope to do something there again this year. Um, and I reached out to Next Round Golf, who had some lab putters, but the ones that I wanted, I think they sold them. So I will get some more lab. I will get an opportunity to test some lab putters. Matter of fact, next round they didn't have the lab putter, so they sent me an even roll putter that I recently reviewed. Santa at the beach. Oh, it's a challenge, Jody. It is a challenge. Yep, Fernando, I do. That video is an older video, but I do remember that both on-car balls were those were up there. Those were up there. I really like those balls. That's not a bad idea, Jody. TJ, I played at Eagle Springs in Wisconsin this spring. It is interesting nine-hole course. Eagle Springs. Not sure where that is in Wisconsin. Is that way up there? Yeah, Ron, and you gave me a good idea about the golf ball planet balls. So I will do that video. But yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I'll tell you guys, if you guys are interested or want to try some used balls, Golf Ball Planet, check them out. You know, they really help me keep this channel going too. So if you're ever in the market or ever consider getting used golf balls, check out Golf Ball Planet. And obviously I have a link there for you to in every video. The Brute and others. Yep. Yep. Bradley, I'm still hanging on to the Srixon Z Star. I'm a it's hard for me to change certain things, and it's hard for me to change a golf ball. I trust that ball. I've been playing it for like 4 years now, I think. Um, so I'm still with that ball. Every time I think about, hey, let's look into some other balls, I just stick with it. Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a lot of good used stuff out there. And I'll tell you, because I've got a video on some irons coming that are used irons and very, very good. Very, very good. Very well known name too. This won't be a shock when you guys see it. Yeah. Yep, Jody, that makes sense. Choking over here. I agree with that, Alan. I agree with that. We just have to keep this channel going and going in the right direction. I agree with you on it though. We got to grow. We got to grow the followers so that we can get enough people that actually want to play in the tournament. Your ego's learning, huh? Hour and a half from Chicago, about an hour west of Milwaukee. Okay. Alan, did you mean how few would show up? More than I think. Okay. I hope you're right, Alan. I hope you're right. You know, you got to remember these everybody viewers are from all over the place. So there's not like um a lot of people in the Chicagoland area. So it's like where would I even have it? I agree with that. I agree with that. It is a great community. Like you guys are all great. You know, I appreciate every one of you. I think the people that aren't great are the people that when I talk about unsubscribes, like I think the right people unsubscribe. You know, people that are um, you know, they might have some different agenda. I'm not really sure what the deal is or an expectation, but um you know, I think that the right people stick around. You know, people like you guys. Out there, you go, Alan and Jerry and Aaron. I think you've been around too. I thought I remember seeing you in another live. Just started. What does that mean, Jerry? Just start. Just start. What? We're gonna have two people in a tournament. Super light around the greens, Jerry. Aaron, what do you mean light around the greens? Las Vegas. Las Vegas for the tournament. Is that what you're saying, Jody? Yeah, but again, where? I think Jody just said we should have it. I should have it in Las Vegas. Aaron, what's your handicap, Aaron? About 15? Okay, let's see. We've got 25 people in the chat. Uh hmm. Come on, yeah. I played that course. I can't play that course, Jody. So in the chat, let me know in the chat. We've got 25 people. If you guys can let me know where you are located. We got Jody in Vegas. I know that. Australia. Rockford. Okay. Michigan. Next month, Illinois. No, I have not. Alexis, I have not done that. St. Louis. Aaron J. St. Louis. I think I remember that. Texas. So, Alan, I think you're seeing the problem here. Southwest Kansas. Yeah, it would be tough. Midwest. Um, oh man, Midwest would be one. Um, Illinois would be one. I don't know how many people are in Vegas because I always thought, okay, I got a brother in Vegas. I could go to Vegas too, but there's not. I don't know how many people would be there. I need all the help I can get, Bradley. Bradley, could you believe the long drive competition though? I think you were proud of me in that. Did you see that? What I did in the long drive video? Has them in Europe and they come from the US to play. Wow. That's something else. Hey there, Sooners to win. Yeah, you got it. I can't remember. I think my goal in that long and I look, guys, it was firm. Let me put this out there. It was firm conditions. But my goal, there was you couldn't see the crowd. I should have filmed the crowd, but there was like a grandstand of people like behind where we were hitting balls, and they were making noise and screaming and everything else. And I was like, this is the last place I should be in a long drive competition. But I wanted to do it for fun. I went on live and said it, and it literally was. It probably was like about as nervous as I've been hitting a golf ball because I'm like, there's no way I should be in a long drive competition. But I wanted to hit it 240 because Jason, who was the other guy that was hitting, like he was kind of friends growing up, he told me like last year somebody hit it like 235 or something like that. He said if you hit it 240, you won't be the shortest. So the first one I hit was like 245, and I'm like, all right, here we go. So I was like, the nervousness was kind of gone, and then somebody like was chanting my name in the stands, and I think the last one I hit 260. The last one I hit 260. So I was pretty excited about that. Firm ground, but I hit a 260. No, Alexis, never overseas. 340 in Arizona. Alan, the longest drive I ever hit, probably 260 in a long drive competition. Hey, Sooners to win. Yeah, I can't remember. I think a video I did at what's the course? Cinder Ridge. I did a 9-hole video last year and I hit one really good and they had firm ground there too. And I think I might have hit it. Um, I think I hit that one over 260. I think it was 265 or something like that. Oh yeah, if I could hit it every day, I would. But most of the time, it's closer to 220. Normal conditions. I think a lot of people don't really know how far they hit the golf ball. When you see like all of um, these stats on how far the average person hits the ball and how far a 15 handicap is, I think they say a 15 handicap hits it like 220 on average, which is the same distance I hit it, but I'm a little better than 15 handicap. Um, but I think they're just like those stats, they're counting. You got to realize like people play under different conditions. So if I just look at the summertime and say, oh, if I look at June and July and August, I may think, oh man, I drive the ball 235 yards. Okay. But if I look at the whole season, I'm going to think I drive the ball 215 yards because when I'm playing in the wintertime or the cold, now the ball is only going 202. You guys seen videos, they had good drives and the ball went 198 yards, versus the summertime, you hit a good drive and like the 260, the one I hit 260, but more in the 245 range, 240, 245. Um, so it's just you got to look at it all with. I think people don't look at the conditions, and when they see a video and they see that I hit a drive like that went 245. Oh, you're not well. I mean, it bounced 45 yards. Going all Bryson. Thanks, Ron. I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you. That's right, Alan. That's right. I agree. So, guys, you guys got any videos? Any videos you want to see? I've got. I've always got videos in the works. So I have probably 20. A couple of them I'm excited about coming up is the two man with Tom that I played, and then the break 50 video with Jeff, John, and Paul. That'll be coming out. Both of those will be coming out within a week. Um, I've got some reviews that are coming. Nope, nope. I have never got a chance to hit Maltby irons. I know those are popular, but it's just hard to get a hold of any Maltby irons, and Um, I just can't buy a set of irons for to review for a video. So, or I can, but it's tough to do that too often. Winter golf, yeah. There you go, Jody. I agree with that. Golf road trip with the guys video series. I wish. Everybody's so busy. There's really no one that can even take a road trip that I play with. I do hope to visit some. I've got well, John that's in the video and couple or in an upcoming video, a couple other people in Florida. I'd love to visit them in the wintertime. Course management videos. Yep. Alan, I did another Break 80 video that will be coming out also within a week or two. A lot of tips in that one too. And I did a few how to play a hole videos that are coming out soon. TS1 six to gap width. So far, you're loving them. All right, cool. Yeah, Alexis, look, I love that you like those videos, and I just wish, to be honest, I wish more people watch those videos. Um, because even though they're kind of harder to edit because I've got multiple shots that I have to do shot tracers for, so on and so forth, multiple people hitting walls. They're harder to edit, they're longer to edit, but I'm playing with my buddies and they're a lot of fun. They're probably the most fun videos that I do. And I just wish more people liked them, and people enjoyed them. But like when I do those videos, a match or a two-person event, or like those are always like the ones that get the lowest views. And I wish more people liked them. That's a good idea, Jody. That's a good idea. And I was thinking that I need to get Aqua Woman and some more videos. And I was talking to EJ, who may or may not be here in this chat still, about being in another video too. Well, Alan, I don't know if you saw the video that I did. I played 9 holes with my my coach's old clubs from the 70s, but that was like the Christmas special I did from last year. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I get it, Alexis. I get it. You're right. Yeah, Alan, that was a fun video. That was a fun video. I was able to dedicate that to my old high school golf coach, and that was cool to be able to do that. I played with Brian and in a break video last year. Brian was in a couple videos, and that was his dad, was my old high school golf coach, and he said it almost put a tear to his eye when he saw that video. All right, Jerry. Good night. I think we're some timers kicked in. Gloves from the Goodwill. Not bad, Bradley. I picked up some last year, um, and I was going to do some stuff with. That's a good idea. Different grips. One rounded left handed. Come on, Mr. Medium Hitter. What are you doing to me? I love it, Bradley. Huh. I don't know, Jody. Alan, you really want to torture me, don't you? Trying to hurt me. That's a good one, Alexis. That's a good one. I talked about that a little bit in either a golf etiquette video or another video, but But that's a good one to do again. 3 club video, easily done. I remember the one that Tom and I did was I thought was a fun one to where if we missed the fairway, the club came out of the bag, and if we missed the green in regulation, like trying to hit a shot into the green, the club came out of the bag. So it's like, and if you three putt, you lose your putter. So it's like you could lose a lot of clubs in that 9 holes. One round with just a not 7 iron, maybe 9 holes, maybe, but well, Alexis, you're in for a treat because the video coming out with within the next week or so with Tom and I, we played a 2-man best ball event, and I was saying earlier that's an event that we won it a few years or a couple years ago. So that video will be coming out within the next week or so. I don't know, Jody. It just it kind of varies. We get snow most of the time. We don't get too much in November, but sometime in December, generally, we'll get some snow. Oh my gosh, Bradley. That's horrible. So I got the 2-man best ball coming out. That's a tournament Tom and I played in. That's coming out. I got a break 50. John, Jeff, and Paul coming out the next week. Got maybe 3 videos on how to play a hole. Got a break 80 video. Um, I've got a driver review. I've got a review of some fairway woods that a viewer sent me. I've got another fairway wood review, like 3 golf ball reviews, match with Paul, I think, and some other videos. So there's a lot. Man, TJ, they close around Halloween. Let's see, where are you at again? Michigan, Michigan, Holland, Michigan. Okay. Wow. Halloween they close. When do they open? All right, Alan, I think we're just about done here too. So you said do courses close here? No, we have, I would say maybe 80%, 80 to 90% of the courses close. Um, probably 90% of the closest courses close in Chicagoland area, but there's definitely courses to play. In my area, there's one, two, three, I don't know. In my area, there's like five or six courses that stay open year round in my area. Um, there's one course that will close probably late October, early November. Mistwood is kind of close to me, and they'll close right around the 1st of November. Okay, so TJ, so your course is kind of like I use Mistwood as an example, and that's probably about what they do. They probably stay open up early April, close sometime around Halloween. So, but yeah, I'm just lucky. We got like a course like Cog Hill. They keep three courses open year round at Cog Hill, and that's in Lamont. So that's only 25 minutes from me. Yeah, Alexis, I think it's just like anything else, something you get used to. Something you get used to. Sometimes I feel like I actually like swing better when I have more layers on. And having my warm weather gear, I don't have to have as many layers on now if I put that heated vest on. All right, guys. Well, I think I need to get to editing. It's 10:43, so I appreciate you guys that came on the chat. I feel a lot better. Um, like I said, I hope you guys continue to watch the videos. I want to keep making videos that you guys enjoy. I'm trying to keep this thing going, also trying to continue to get better at the creation process and watch and make videos you guys want to see. Hopefully, make better quality videos. So I just hope you're enjoying them. And that's the main thing, that you enjoy the video and ideally get something out of it. I think there's some nuggets there that could help just about anyone. Sometimes I get people, even like Jeff, who's a plus 2.6 handicap, and I didn't know Jeff before the channel. He found the channel. He's a friend of a guy that I knew years ago, and that's how we kind of met. And he started being on the channel. But he told me even before we met that he would get things and kind of learn things from the videos. And this is a guy that's a plus 2.6 handicap. There was another guy who used to play play professionally, traveling, playing mini tours and stuff in Europe. He never made the big tour, and he was watching the channel and saying he was learning things from the videos. So I kind of wonder where he went, but anyway, I just want you guys to get something out of it, out of the videos. So I appreciate it. Um, thank you, Alexis. Thank you. Sooners to win. Yeah, Jody, I'm hoping to get to Vegas this winter. Like I said, my brother lives in Vegas, so I'm hoping to get to Vegas and film some content. I don't know if you ever heard of Stallion Mountain, but that was kind of my normal spot when last time I visited my brother, or when I was going on a yearly basis, I would always play Stallion Mountain. There was another course I played, and then the Paiute is where I played one golf tournament. So I hope to visit again this winter. So I'm going to ask a favor, you guys. There's 19 of you. I'm going to ask a favor of you. When the videos pop up, all I ask, watch the videos and like the videos. Make sure you're subscribed because I've had people tell me that somehow they got unsubscribed from the videos, YouTube unsubscribed them or whatever. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Um, and that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, just like Bradley says. So I appreciate you guys. I will do a live again. It won't be 4 months this time. Next time I'll announce it. Make a little, um, probably announce it in some videos that I have coming up, and I will make it a little bit earlier in the day because it's late here in Chicago. It's close to 10:47, and I have to edit for a few hours tonight at least if I'm going to get a video out tomorrow, and I still have to work tomorrow. Uh, so there you go. So, and I think it's Ron that reminded me to let everybody know to hype the videos too. So that's a thing now. Make sure you hype the videos. Um, hey Ivan, how are you? How are you? Um, so I will announce the next live next time so that you guys see it coming. And I appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys, and that's why this is just one way I want to tell you guys. So um, thank you, thank you, thank you, and enjoy the videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, Mr. Short Hitter out. You guys are the best.